We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. Happy new week. Happy Monday. Today I want to make just a quick video. It's not gonna be long. The DA spokesperson, Karabo, I don't know if I should call it Khakhau or Khakhau or Khakhau. Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she has a spiritual calling. Yeah, well, I've seen her wrist before where I would see Uguti like she's wearing like skin ukubone, and I've also seen the way that she dresses, actually uyatwala and stuff. I've seen that. So she has a spiritual calling. So what happened was, while she was sitting while she was at a parliamentary caucus, she uvukwe, hey, people got sensitive when I said uvukwe zinto zakhe, and they were like, hey, why ungathi uvukwe ngabantu abadala, hey. So uvukwe ngumoya, first was she was sitting in a chair in parliament, and then she felt uncomfortable, she felt like, ish, man, I'm not comfortable. She went to sit on the floor, wohlala pants. When she got to the floor, she felt like she needs to take the urge to take her shoes off. She said, I took my shoes off. Was hey, and then she said, my socks, were killing me. I had to take them off. So lento ibimvukile bingafuni ihlangu, bingafuni ikawusi, bingafuni izitulo, bifuna chope pants. Hey, yeah. So the DA chief whip lost it. Ubana njani usihlaze? Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Why would you sit on the floor? Yeah, but and Karabo is saying, well, I said peacefully and quietly. Now, it's said that she has asked for some time off. A part of me is like, I don't think she has asked for time off. I think she's been told to take some time off because she also got into a she was called into a disciplinary hearing because of that. Because the chief whip of the DA, Michael Michael actually is the same chief whip that Liam. If you go to Liam Jacobs, the one who just joined EPA now, you listen to what he says. This is exactly what Liam said. Uguti, Michael would tell him, Uguti, you need to tone it down. And Liam said he was also in trouble with Michaelakis. He was called into a disciplinary hearing, but I'm not sure what happened, but it ended up not happening. So Michaelakis is very, very strict. Yeah, so I want us to get right into it because I want us to read that article. About the black people in the DA, they keep getting shown flames. Like, they keep getting shown flames every single time because they don't belong there. They don't belong there. The way Karabo defends the DA, I'm shocked that they would do that to her. She's literally the least people that I would expect for Isidore to go south for her in the DA, because she's always like, and she's the spokesperson. She's always defending them. And apparently, she has burped. You know, when people has got a calling guys, they burp, and they don't just burp like like small. They burp like Please don't get offended, guys. Please don't get offended. I know you guys are very sensitive. Please don't get offended. Like when people have got a calling, they burp like So imagine burping like that. Pop, go and look. Hey, imagine burping like that. So Omeka has also mentioned Ogutubana, she's burped, and she has not burped once. Hey, okay, let's get right into this article. So it says here, dear MP Karabo Khakhau has taken to task over spiritual calling. The DA member of parliament, Karabo Khakhau, is also a spiritual healer, was allegedly subjected to a quasi-disciplinary a hearing where she was reprimanded by the organization's chief whip in parliament. So it says that she was taken into a disciplinary hearing where the chief whip reprimanded her. George Mikalakis, where she was reprimanded by the chief whip, George Mikalakis, for sitting on the floor and burping on separate occasions. Eva, she was taken into a disciplinary hearing for sitting on the floor and burping on separate occasions. I mean, you can't take someone to a disciplinary hearing because they sat on the floor. Okay, again, let's be honest. Even if she didn't have a calling, you can't take me to a disciplinary hearing because I sat on the floor. Because I know sometimes when you are dizzy and you are lightheaded, sometimes you want to sit down because if you're sitting on the chair, you get more dizzy. Sometimes you just want to sit on the floor. You can't take someone to a disciplinary hearing because they sat on the floor, especially if they sat quietly. Okay, but it also says here, and she burped on separate occasions. So I don't know. When she was visited by her spirit, by the spirit of her ancestors in the middle of a party caucus meeting. So she was visited by the spirit of her ancestors in the middle of a party caucus meeting. A meeting. Zama ngeenyawo into zakowabo. Zamthule esitulweni, zamchophisa phansi, take off your shoes, take off your socks. Imagine, okay, it's not funny, but imagine if you are in a meeting and all of a sudden you have to just take your shoes off and stuff. Yeah, it's sad, but I mean, you can't take someone into a disciplinary hearing because of that. The least you can do is to try to understand what's happening. Yeah, but fine. According to the information received, Khakhau, who is also a prophetess, calmly slipped off her shoes and sat gracefully on the floor to take a seat in the caucus meeting. Afterwards, Mikalakis called Khakhau for a private discussion regarding her conduct during the meeting. A DA leader who was informed of the meeting told Sunderworld, Mikalakis seemed unwilling to understand the nature of Khakhau's spirit gift. She was literally disciplined, said the person, adding that Khakhau even got a warning that work was not a creche where people randomly sit down. Oh, that's low. So they of course they disciplined her, but she also got a warning that work is not a creche. I think they're just being hard on her because honestly speaking, there's no one, especially Karabo, I've seen her. There's no one in her caliber who just sit down randomly. I think they're just being difficult on her because there's no one who can just sit down randomly on the floor in a meeting, take off their shoes, take off their socks. I think you should be worried. Man, what's happening? So the fact that they're saying it's not a creche, I think they're just wrapping it in her face. Again, it just shows that the DA really, the black people that are in the DA, they are forcing things honestly, but they are not wanted there. They are not wanted there. They are not wanted there. You can't, the first thing that comes into your mind is to give someone a warning. You should be concerned with age. And especially if it doesn't happen all the time. You understand? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it was just a bit hard on her. Ooh, okay, so E.T. Upper, let me just scroll up a little bit. Asked if Khakhau tried to explain her principle that she had no control over her spiritual episodes. The member said it was difficult because Mikalakis was angry and she felt like it was a disciplinary section. Apparently, the meeting ended up with him telling her that work is more important than her ancestors. Aibo! Hey, Mikalakis, that means he's very, very strong. So it says that someone is asking did she try and explain that she has no control over her spiritual episodes? This person is saying it was very difficult because Mikalakis, which is the chief whip, was very angry. And he said that work is more important than her ancestors. These people are not wanted in the DA, guys. But again, I don't want to be cruel and say church and stuff. I don't want to be that person. But, when these things happen, I want to go if Karabo leaves the DA, Sizovanga esithi the DA, they're racist there. Kodwa, this is something that we've been telling them, and she has been Karabo has been defending the DA for a while. She has been defending the DA. She has been at the forefront because she was also the spokesperson. She has been at the forefront. So for them to isolate her like that, to treat her like that, I honestly don't think it's fair. Even if I don't necessarily, I'm not a fan of Karabo, but I don't think that's fair that they're doing that to her. Haibo. Haibo. Okay, so it says here, this happened after she allegedly burped during her episodes in the previous meetings. Apparently she burped. Oh, nkosi yami. And I think it also, but guys, I think it also embarrasses her betunan. Especially hleli nabelungu, because I feel like if ebehleli nabantu abamnyama and that thing would happen, would understand ukuthi okay, ukubone. Oh, so I think this, okay, maybe this is what triggered Mikalakis, because it says it happened after she allegedly burped during her episode in her previous meetings. So maybe what triggered Mikalakis is the fact that it's not the first time it's happening. However, Mikalakis denied the allegations and instead expressed unequivocal support for Khakhau. There is absolutely no discord, and Karabo is highly appreciated and well-regarded member of the caucus. I do not comment on internal matters, but I can assure you that there is no controversy around her calling, and I have offered my support to her, Mikalakis told Sunday World. The party is aware of her spiritual gift. The meeting was to understand better what she is going through in order for us to assist or support her if needed. So Mikalakis denied that she took Karabo into a disciplinary hearing. He says that the meeting was just to understand what is she going through, and so that they can support if they needed to. The party has given her time off to undertake the required rituals when she requested it. We also offered our support to her and her journey in any way she might need. Despite Mikalakis' assurance, some DA caucus members acknowledged that Khakhau's visible embrace of her African spiritual calling has left a number of her parliamentary colleagues uncertain and in some cases uncomfortable. So someone is saying the DA members, of course, they're uncomfortable about Karabo's calling. Of course, Gengabelungu. Yabon. For many MPs, particularly those unfamiliar with their African spirituality, Khakhau's action raised questions about how to appropriately engage with her and respect her practices. We are from different culture groups, which means we won't always understand one another. This is not unusual. It is difficult to everyone in the caucus because the DA is multiracial, so not everyone will understand once one member observed. I do not think it is necessarily causing discord, but there are people who have come to ask to me what is going on, and since answering these questions, they have not said anything about it. Another caucus member noted that whispers about Khakhau's behavior have been circulating, but insisted that confusion rather than malice was driving this conversation. People are really confused more than anything. They want to understand what is happening, said another source. Okay, so speaking to Sunday World, Khakhau clarified. So Khakhau clarified here. She said, it has only happened once. It was at a caucus and I sat down, but the chair was uncomfortable. I then took off my shoes, thinking I would be fine, but the socks had also rejected me. I did not go into a trance or anything. All I did was sit on the floor quietly, she explained. She expressed surprise at the reports of discomfort amongst her colleague, saying she has not been directly confronted by anyone about her calling. She also declined to discuss her meeting with Mikalakis in detail. I am surprised that people are uncomfortable because none of them have had the bravery to come to me and express their discomfort, Khakhau said. She's adding that her spiritual journey is well known within the party. Some members, she noted, has even engaged in friendly banter about it. Khakhau's spiritual calling, for which says she completed formal training in December 2024, followed a period of ill health she attributes to suppressing her gift. What people do not know is that I started my journey in 2023. It only came into people's faces last year. The only reason people know is that my ancestors are very strict. When I am home in Free State, I do practice, so I'm a healer. Far from seeing his spiritual path as a burden, Khakhau believes it has enriched their life and work. It affords me a level of wisdom I would not ordinarily have for a 27-year-old. Oh, she's only 27. She's so young. It is not hard for me. It is not that I must make any sacrifices, she said. On the issue of whether the DA should do more to educate members about African spirituality, Khakhau was unequivocal. She believes their responsibility should be a personal one. Why can you not go to Google as a person? The DA has never said it does not want a person of my sort in the party. So if that was the case, they would have to say so, she stated. Ooh, siyakhalela ntombo. She remains unapologetic and steadfast, embracing her ancestral calling, even if it means occasionally choosing the floor over the chair. The DA Federal Chairperson Helen Zille said Khakhau is unfazed about what happened. She's chilled and not fazed about what happened in caucus. I was not at the caucus meeting, so I did not experience any of what you write. I have gotten to know Karabo quite well, and she has shared some of her spiritual journey with me. So I am aware of the aspects of spirituality, also because Helen Zille is open-minded than Omikalikis. But Helen Zille says, I'm not sure if whether she has discussed it with others or with whom. We would approach any caucus member's spirituality within the freedom framework which we operate. In this case, broadly classified as freedom of religion. No one would treat Karabo differently because of it. She is fully respected and a valid member of the caucus, which said Helen Zille. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Because Ukarabo says no one has told her that Umdono's spiritual calling is not allowed in the DA. So, Ziam Kalela, please let me know what you think, because I actually feel sorry for her, because she's defended the DA so much for them to isolate her just because she has a spiritual calling. Let me know what you think, guys. I'll see you on the next one. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwana. This is Simple Politics. Please subscribe. We're on our way to 30K. Subscribe to this channel. If you can support the channel, please do support the channel. At the end, I'm going to attach a short video, guys, of the donation trend that we are doing for the EFF. Remember, CIC mentioned that they're going to be building 10 houses for the people in KZN. So I'll show you ways where how you can donate. I've donated as well. I'm going to attach the video in the end. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta, continue. Until the next time. Remember, we said we are donating to the EFF. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I just did my donation, 100 Rand. The one on the EFF website, which is the one I'm going to show you, the minimum amount you can donate is 100 Rand. And then there's the SMS one, but let's check the website one first. So it's just very simple. I just went to the website and I typed how to donate to the EFF, and then I clicked on donate to the EFF, and then it just took me straight to the page where I can put my details. And then there's two options where you can donate as a personal donation or a company. If you're going to be donating as a company, it's going to need your company registration and all those things. But if you're doing it as a personal donation, then it just needs your ID number. So yeah, this is the one that I did. But you can also donate doing an SMS, using an SMS, but I didn't do this one. So whoever that has done it can let us know. This one, it allows you to donate 10 Rand, 20 Rand, 30 Rand. So you SMS, so whoever has done it can let us know. But here's the ways you can donate. So let's go, guys. Let's get it going. Aniti, we said we wanted to be part of assisting and like building those 10 houses. Let's get right into it. And if you like, you can tag me. So yeah, let's get it going, guys. And if you've done it, you can come back to this video and comment and say it's done. Yeah, happy donation week. Let's dedicate this week to donation. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, guys. Have a good one.